Alright, welcome back into it. So, we're favorite bands A to Z. We're on P already. And yeah, shoutouts to Sea of Tranquility for inspiring this video series. And yeah, letter P. Clear winner this time. Pink Floyd. Without further ado, I mean, everyone that knows me, anyone that's followed the channel or glanced at it, knows I love the Floyd. I've loved them since grade 10. I love all the eras of Floyd. Like or love all the LPs. You know, go ham for the live stuff. Got some DVDs. Just, they've kind of been the musical makeup of myself, and like, you know, no matter where I go or what genres I get hooked on or what eras, Floyd is always there, and I always listen to Floyd. I always come back to Floyd. And yeah, favorite release is going to be Animals. And hopefully those 2018 mixes come out that apparently David Gilmour didn't want to get out there, and Roger did. But I think it was more the liner notes and stuff that David has an issue with. I don't think getting the music out there he would quite have as an issue with. So hopefully they get that sorted out. I know Roger's kind of fighting for it, and I think he'll just bring it to the forefront anyway. Lawyers and stuff be damned. It sucks that those two can never get it together. They only got it together for a few days to do that Live 8 thing, which was awesome, and then they were back dissing each other and stuff again. But yeah, anyway, Animals is amazing. It's a very bleak work for sure, just like The Wall, but unlike The Wall and some of Roger Waters' solo works, Animals kind of ends on sort of a positive note. Like, the ending of Sheep is actually sort of happy and rejoicing, and then Pigs on the Wing 2 is way less bleak than Pigs on the Wing 1. Yeah, I just think this is a masterwork album. I love, you know, all the studio LPs. Maybe the soundtrack to More, not quite as much, but everything else I like or love. I could have picked Dark Side of the Moon, definitely. I could have picked Wish You Were Here, as I said in the ranking video, but I think this one has always really touched me the most. But it's like picking your favorite kid. Like, if you have kids, you really just can't do it. They're all 5 out of 5. Let's just, you know, end at that. And runner-up, I mean, I kind of hummed and hawed back and forth about this, and it breaks my heart to not put Panda Bear in there, but he got repped by the Animal Collective shout-out on A's, and even though I probably listened to him more than this group, maybe his studio output isn't quite as consistent. I've never disliked anything he's put out, but Buoys and, you know, the first two aren't quite as strong as Person Pitch and Tomboy and all those, even though they're great. So I went at the end of the day with Portishead. They will be the runner-up for the letter P, and the release, of course, is Dummy. I could have picked Third, though. I love Third. And really, all three of their studio LPs, they've only had 3 over the years. All 3 are quite different. They all have a different vibe to them. This one definitely has a more trip-hop bend to it, whereas the sophomore one is a little more alternative sounding. And then, you know, Third is its own beast. You know, there's krautrock influences and stuff on it. Would love if this band ever did a 4th LP. Seeing them live was just a dream come true. It's so rare that they play live or tour at all, so just seeing them in Vancouver was absolutely stellar. Yeah, this has, you know, a lot of the touchstones on it, a lot of the masterpieces of the genre, I guess you could say, like Glory Box and Sour Times and, oh, Wandering Star is, you know, so beautiful. When we saw them live, Beth did a kind of a sort of a more acoustic, stripped-down version where the band went away and she did Wandering Star, and it was just insanely good. For some runner-up, well, that was the runner-up, but for some other honorable mention bands, Palm, who have been a favorite of mine in recent years. Hopefully they do another album soon. Panda Bear, like I said, Almost got my runner-up spot. Probably asked me next week, maybe I would have put him in the runner-up spot. Bob Welch's band Paris, who only put out 2 LPs, rather. They were amazing, though. Van Dyke Parks, of course, who Beach Boys and Brian Wilson fans will all know. Alan Parsons / the Alan Parsons Project. Pearl Jam, Almighty Grunge Pearl Jam. Pinback, Rob Crow's cool indie rock outfit. Tom Petty, gotta mention Tom Petty. Pixies, love the Pixies, one of the most influential bands there could be. Another great live show for me for sure. Robert Plant, The Police, what a consistent discography, right? 5 amazing albums. Porcupine Tree, if I was doing this 10 years ago, Porcupine Tree would have been right after Pink Floyd by an inch. Yeah, I mean, the highs of Porcupine Tree, like The Sky Moves Sideways, stuff like that is almost as good as the Floyd for me. I love that stuff. And when I finally discovered Porcupine Tree, I actually started listening to them and a lot of their early stuff in particular, even more than Floyd, because I had heard Floyd so much by that point, and Porcupine Tree was a nice different avenue for me to take at the time. Iggy Pop, who I was listening to the other day, Post Malone, Primal Scream, Prince, The Prodigy, rest in peace Keith Flint, and Purity Ring. So yeah, tomorrow will be Q bands, and that'll be the easiest letter ever, though the ones that I have in there are incredible, but it'll be the easiest pick, thankfully. Whew. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Peace out.